This is how it works, how these energetic parasites that call themselves quote unquote conquerors during that respective time, this is what they would do. Alright, you group of gentlemen call yourselves missionaries. You're gonna take this book and you're gonna go over to that specific location, to that civilization, and you're gonna spread that thought pattern so that they can weaken themselves, weaken their guard, and think that we're also positive and we're also about uplifting, regulating, and improving this realm. Little do they know that we're gonna run up on them and burn their scrolls that have helped them for years before us to regulate and improve the realm. We're gonna run up on them with those books. Once they think we're genuinely good, we're gonna send in our army to rape, murder, and steal the children and women gradually to weaken their civilization. And then once we have it enough, we'll sweep in with our army to murder all the men. Oh, okay, that's really interesting, because when you see how missionaries were used as a weapon, and that's exactly how they were used, now you see reality and the fact that that illusionary garbage that certain entities call, it starts with an R, but Cloudy's not going to say the name of it, but you already know what Cloudy's talking about. You have to see the limitations of it, how it's used to keep you stagnant, how it's used to keep you from evolution, and we have to really identify who are the energetic parasites within all subgroups that have to be legally sieged. Because we have to protect the United States first and foremost. If we all came to the United States, it's not so that those energetic parasites that have now sunk their fangs into China and had the Communist Chinese Party doing evil, it's not so that they can then run up on us and do evil garbage. So let's talk reality, man. Anyone that claims this is a theory just is not in tune with reality, what's really going on, and is a literal puppet being paid energy/money to keep you from your evolution, from you actually getting somewhere significant in your existence, you protecting your immune system, you protecting your body, you protecting all that is around you. It boils down to that. Nothing more, nothing less. That's where it is. You, the listener, you can choose if you want to add on to the valuable information, you can do so. You have to recognize how false it is and how they've only been at war. So you have to recognize what's being said. It was used as a weapon. You send a quote unquote missionary to the civilization to weaken them, to put them in a false sense of security, and you gradually take their resources, and then you sweep in with your army, take the women, children, rape, murder, etc. We've seen it time and time again. So that's reality. That's reality. So when it's said that these certain compromised souls manipulated by energetic parasites ran up on Egypt and looked at the stories on the wall and then perverted everything, which Freemasonry comes from Egypt, and got perverted. So much got perverted, you got to recognize that, because it's gone nowhere. And in this age of Aquarius, we are legally sieging everything that has to do with any energetic parasites. That's just what it is. That's just why it doesn't matter if we're going to legally do it. And there's far too many masculine divines for you to say, oh, no, that's not, no, we're legally moving into these, but you don't know who it is. You don't know which of us is masculine divine, but we know we're definitely legally moving in. And we got historical facts and we got present facts right now to demonstrate that it's used as a manipulative tool to keep entities stagnant from their natural evolution. They're not here for BS. That means all energetic parasites in all subgroups are to be legally sieged in this age of Aquarius. And this is taking into consideration everything that has transpired over the last 6,000 years. While goofies are out here doing nonsense, out here on YouTube on some nonsense, hang on here on YouTube on some nonsense, we're actually taking steps towards stimulating the youths and actually helping them be powerful co-creators in the now. Not giving them little limited knowledge to turn them into obedient robots that won't actually improve this realm, while monsters are out here making all sorts of diseases, using energy/money to destroy this realm. And you see it in damn near everything. All the deadly chemical, everything. You see in damn near, it's all interconnected, and that's why it's all being legally sieged. And if you feel some type of way, you got to analyze yourself, because just because you're in a brief buy does not mean that you are of that subgroup. You're in that brief subgroup to fulfill a purpose. Are you fulfilling that purpose? Are you genuinely improving this realm naturally? Are you pointing out who are the energetic parasites that have repeatedly been causing problems within all these different subgroups? That is the question you got to ask yourself. Because eventually you got to face yourself. That's just what it is. Eventually you gotta analyze, damn, like this is not gonna get you nowhere except descension. And you gotta start taking responsibility. Keyword, responsibility. This has all been said with care and consideration. And thousands of books one has read and will happily share if you need a nudge in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, you are guiding yourself. You are, as Claudia always says, a student and teacher at the same time. But if Claudia has to give you a nudge towards a reliable book or a credible brother or sister, one's going to do so. On that note, have a wonderful week. But just keep remembering, because Claudia's going to keep saying this. That whole thing of quote unquote religion, missionaries, that was used as a military weapon. Do your research.